Hello, my name is Joshua Brown for the interview training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to pass your NHS Band 8B interview. So if you have an NHS Band 8B interview coming up and you need to prepare for both the most common and tough competency interview questions for any NHS Band 8B role, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to help you to stand out and succeed. To achieve that goal, this is what I'll cover. I'll start off by giving you a list of NHS Band 8B interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. I'll also provide you with example high scoring answers to those questions to help you succeed. Plus, I'll make sure to give you some essential tips for passing your NHS Band 8B interview, before finally telling you how you can download further resources, including all of the answers, to help you to prepare. And just very quickly, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I want to help you to pass your NHS Band 8B interview, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button, because that tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, let's take a look at that first NHS Band 8B interview question, and that is, tell me about yourself. Now, this interview question is one that frequently comes up as the very first interview question that you will have to answer in a job interview, and it's your chance to start positive and be that standout candidate. So use this opportunity to talk about the skills and qualities you have. Don't talk about your home life or your personal life unless it's relevant to the job role. Make sure you talk about your experience and your passion for working in the role, and how you're going to add value to the NHS in the job role itself. And another great tip here is to make sure you download a copy of that job description and focus on telling the hiring manager and interview panel how your skills are a perfect match to those desired, and back it up with evidence. So for example, if on that job description they state they're seeking someone who is a leader with great communication abilities, then throughout your NHS Band 8B interview, be sure to use those exact terms. Okay, let's take a look at a fantastic top scoring example answer to help you. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this Band 8B role today. I am fully aware of the significant responsibility level of any Band 8B role. However, I am confident that my years of experience working towards this objective and my professional, interpersonal and management abilities will enable me to manage these commitments successfully. I have vast experience in patient care, clinical practice, supervision, leadership, inspecting, monitoring and helping colleagues improve professionally. I can work independently as well as collaboratively and deliver high quality care to a large patient load. I am dedicated to developing and improving my field, and I will set a good example for my co-workers here at this NHS Trust. I am committed to devoting my career to positively impacting the community. I greatly respect the National Health Service and cannot imagine a more rewarding and worthwhile vocation. I know I'm not alone when I say that I've witnessed firsthand the tireless efforts and first-rate care that you provide at no cost. It would be an honour and a pleasure to work for an organisation that constantly changes, adapts and responds to external influences while motivating and inspiring its people. If I'm given the chance to do so, I promise to uphold the values established by the National Health Service and to demonstrate exceptional leadership and competence in my interactions with patients and co-workers. Wow, what a great way to answer that opening interview question. Tell me about yourself. That's really going to make you the standout candidate and score you highly in the interviewer's eyes. Okay, let's move on to the next NHS Band 8B interview question, which is, what type of leader are you and how would you demonstrate effective leadership in this NHS Band 8B position? Now, a Band 8B role comes with a great deal more responsibility. Your leadership abilities are critical to your success in the position, and the interview panel will want to know that you can manage a team effectively and how you will communicate with other departments and management. So you need to demonstrate that you fully understand your leadership responsibilities in this Band 8B role in your answer to this tough interview question. So again, let's take a look at a brilliant top scoring answer to the interview question. What type of leader are you and how would you demonstrate effective leadership in this NHS Band 8B position? As a leader who strives to make a positive difference, I place great importance on professionalism, enthusiasm and dedication to providing excellent treatment to patients, and expect the same from my team. I am a strong believer in setting a positive example for my staff, and am keen to encourage collaboration and team working. To guarantee that we all progress together as one NHS Trust, I will regularly meet and communicate with other departments, both internal and external. I intend to form strong professional relationships through open and honest communication and a friendly approach. I will support my team, offer them guidance and advice, as well as encouraging them to adopt a proactive stance towards making a positive change and progression throughout their career. I will oversee and contribute a range of projects, quality initiatives, audits and accreditations while striving to meet the organisation's goals and objectives, and I will always ensure that NHS Trust policies, processes and values are adhered to. Now don't go anywhere, as I still have more interview questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 21 NHS Band 8B interview questions and answers for all job roles in the NHS to give you the edge in your interview, including the ones we're covering right now. Okay, here's the next NHS Band 8B interview question for you. How would you demonstrate the NHS values in this Band 8B position? The NHS values are at the core of everything the NHS does and how it operates. You must know them inside out and not only show how you would adhere and demonstrate them in your own role, but also how you'll ensure your colleagues also adhere to them. So again, here's a brilliant example answer to help you. How would you demonstrate the NHS values in this Band 8B position? The 6 core values around which the NHS operates are working together for patients, respect and dignity, commitment to quality of care, compassion, improving lives, and everyone counts. Everyone in the NHS is expected to model, support and promote these values. I will work closely with my team to ensure that they too demonstrate the 6 values in everything that they do at work. I will work with other departments to ensure that our combined efforts are consistent and in line with these NHS ideals, and I will always act professionally and with respect towards my patients, clients, co-workers and other stakeholders, and I will strive to meet their specific requirements whenever possible. I will ensure the organisation's regulations on patient confidentiality are strictly followed and that no patient ever feels pressured or uncomfortable during treatment. I will treat all patients with the same degree of empathy, commitment and dedication regardless of their circumstances or background. Finally, I will work collaboratively on initiatives to improve the quality of life, and I will be polite, attentive and compassionate in my interactions with patients and colleagues. So that is a top scoring answer to that interview question. How would you demonstrate the NHS values in this Band 8B position? Let's move on to the next interview question, which is, what would you do to improve the service we provide for our patients in this Band 8B position? Now this is a tricky one. Many people struggle with trying to think of some hugely transformative plan for the NHS and therefore don't really have a practical or realistic answer. Instead, focus on something that you will actually be able to do right away when you start. My advice here is to use an example of leadership in your answer. So let's take a look at top scoring answer to that interview question. What would you do to improve the service we provide for our patients in this Band 8B position? In this position, I would organise friendly, productive weekly team discussions for all of the employees I managed. The objective of these sessions would be to provide a safe space for my team to voice any issues or suggestions that they may have about patient care. I would be working with a team of qualified, competent medical professionals, and I would trust and appreciate their input in these discussions. I'm aware that by stepping into a largely management-based position, I may not be as directly involved in administering care on the ward in the same capacity as my staff. This would then enable me to gain a unique and more objective view when liaising with other department seniors on improving of patient services. Whilst I will manage my staff in an approachable and respected manner, I will be careful not to overlook my duties as a senior manager. I would regularly assess the work of my team in terms of the quality of care that they're providing to patients. I would not hesitate to educate my team in areas where I felt that they could make improvements to their professional performance. My many years of experience in the NHS have provided me with extensive knowledge of the skills necessary to become an exemplary healthcare professional. If I am promoted to a managerial position and given the opportunity to impact my knowledge and experience to others, I am confident that patient care will be enhanced. Okay, the next NHS interview question to prepare for is, explain a situation you were in when you had to convince a team of people to do something they did not want to do. Now, being able to positively lead others to do the right thing is essential in a Band 8B role. My advice is to pick an example of where you have positively influenced others to do the right thing. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer of that to the question, explain a situation you were in where you had to convince a team of people to do something they did not want to do. In my previous nursing position on a geriatric unit, I and multiple other members of the nursing staff noticed a particular consultant failing to adhere to infection control regulations. Myself and other co-workers had previously alerted the doctor to his mistakes in a respectful way, but when we did so, he became visibly enraged and he stressed to us that it was not our responsibility to challenge him. I was unwilling to sacrifice patient safety, so I urged my colleagues to join me in speaking to senior management about the consultant. Initially, my co-workers were unwilling to do so as they were cautious to cause an issue with the principal consultant on the ward. I too felt unease as I appreciated their concern of not wanting to cause trouble, but ultimately, patient care and safety must come first. I maintained a professional stance and emphasised that, per hospital policy, the care and safety of the patient must always be our top priority. My colleagues ultimately agreed to join me in taking action in the form of making our senior management aware. Now, in preparation for your NHS Band 8B interview, I also recommend you prepare answers to the following questions. How do you handle the stress of working in the role and all that comes with the job? What's the most important characteristic needed within this Band 8B position? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What is your biggest weakness? What are your main strengths that will help you to be competent in this Band 8B role? Tell me about a time when you managed to turn a negative situation into a positive one. What parts of this Band 8B position will you find the most enjoyable and which parts will be the most challenging? How do you deal with conflict with a co-worker? As you're aware, this role is extremely demanding and challenging. Tell me about a situation when you worked hard to achieve a difficult task whilst under pressure. Describe a time when you managed multiple tasks all at once. What type of leader are you? Can you give me an example of when you demonstrated a commitment to the quality of care? Describe a time when you've shown flexibility. Tell me how you would support the mission of this NHS Trust in your work within this NHS Band 8B position. So the next thing to do, if you would like to download example answers to these and all of the toughest NHS Band 8B interview questions, is to please make sure you click that button in the top right hand corner of this video right now. Head through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download these slides and get access to 21 NHS Band 8B interview questions and high scoring answers to each question in a PDF guide. You can literally have access and the slides in your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for your interview and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as that encourages me to make more videos just like this one. If you have any questions regarding any job interview, please feel free to put these in that comment section below where I'll get back to you, and please do let me know the name of the specific role you're applying for so I can give you my best advice possible. And finally, don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best for your interview. Have a brilliant day.